What's one word to describe Treylon Burks' season thus far for the Titans? And I'm going to get to these one words here in a second, scrolling up to the top. And then we'll do the comp with A.J. Brown and what they're doing with Sam Phelan's information and research from yesterday. John says decent. Eric says rising. Zoe says potential. Karen with encouraging. Justin says improving. There, Rooney on YouTube, effective Phoenix rising from the ashes. I like that, Steven. Get a little poetic in there.
Yeah, because it's up until this point. It's not the last two games. It is the full season up into where we are today.
Which is Treylon Burks has been able to play in 7 of the Titans' 11 games because of the turf toe injury that just flat out sucks that it happened in Indianapolis. Gary says encouraging. Jason says uptick. Let's see. Brad says rising. David Dandy says slowly. Kenyatta says progressing. Brandon says growth, progress from Brad, hopeful from Dustin. We know it's incomplete, but up until this point is what we're talking about. Trending, optimistic, babied I think is interesting because of how few snaps Burks was playing early on in this rookie year.
Well, that's why I said about what Mike Vrabel, the shift in how he speaks about Burks, and then, actions speak louder than words. Now we're starting to see that, right? I mean, that's it.
Yeah, and I remember the first game against the Giants, I think I had this correct in my brain, that Treylon Burks played like 34% of the offensive snaps against the Giants. He had 55 yards on 34% of the snaps. I don't know what the percentage of dropbacks was, but Treylon Burks was on the field for 85% of Ryan Tannehill's dropbacks against the Bengals. So that's growing. The snaps, the opportunity is growing to Malachi's point. Jerry says motivated. Troy says subpar. Jarrell says promising. Will says trending. Promising from Yuri. Ascending from Danny. Juiced from Omar. Leashed from Miro, kind of going along with the babied comment. Emerging. There's a lot of similar words here. Zach, what is your one word for Treylon Burks' season thus far for the Titans as a rookie?
Well, I'm going to have to throw a hyphen in there because the one word that I want to use, I need the other word. And that is, I want to use steps, but I need baby steps. Because that's what I feel like what Treylon Burks' rookie season has been. Look, I do not have a kid. I'm not a father up until this point that I know of. No, joke. I do not have a child. But I do know that you have to crawl before you walk. You got to walk before you run, and you take these baby steps. And I feel like I liked, and I kind of switched things around because I did like the baby comment because we have seen a progression, but it doesn't mean that Treylon Burks can't eventually run, right? But he couldn't at a point because of his turf toe, but it has been a progression. He was stagnant. He's not running around playing with toys and you got to keep an eye on him at the beginning of the season. He was just chilling on the couch, right? Because he couldn't move. Now he's a little bit more active, and we've seen the things that John Robinson saw in this draft pick to draft him. 6th receiver in the draft in the first round. It was the final 6 out of 6, but he had the physical ability. We saw the talent at Arkansas. He hasn't, and look, you can get upset about the yak and stuff. We have not seen that. So I have to see it to believe it. What we have seen is some of the things that we've seen in Arkansas, which were the deep 50-yard bomb that he just is better than the corner in that position. These are baby steps up until this point. And you hope, and here's the other thing, you hope that he doesn't have another setback, right? Because he's progressing pretty well, right? But you hope that he doesn't fall down and skin his knee so he doesn't want to get up and run again. And I think that this is trending, and this is why I put that, you can see right here, that stock up.
Yeah.
It's trending up. It's not a stock that's trending down.
Oh, I think right now, if Treylon Burks was a stock, now would be a good time to buy, right? Like maybe you were a little concerned or hesitant earlier on, and he wasn't doing as much to, after having 55 yards in his first game. That was a solid start, right? But then he went 13, 14, 24 and got hurt, and you didn't know exactly what to expect. But now you've seen some proof of that concept over the last couple of weeks. So I guess My one word is, you went baby steps, and I don't like hyphen, but baby steps I think works and is passable for the hyphen.
I can't just say steps. It didn't make
No,
any sense.
baby steps is a thing. Like that is like I could easily take the hyphen out and count it as one word if you felt like it for baby steps. My one word is momentum.